know, our moon has been blasted out of orbit. We have been completely cut off from planet Earth. As we are, we have power, environment, and therefore the possibility of survival.
So I just had a thought about old records and tape and cassettes and reel-to-reels and stuff like that. Well, this is like the Beatles' Revolver, one of my favorite records ever. And, you know, they've been putting it out. You know, the first one on CD was like the 1987 one. And then in 2009, on September 9th, they did the remaster one. And then Giles Martin did this one. Now, I don't know, you know, it's like I listen to all three because I have all this fucking free time, so I did. And I don't know which one I like better, but I don't really like the new one that much. It's like a little, So anyway, that's my whole video. Goodbye. Just kidding. This is a 8-track tape of Revolver, one of my favorite Beatles. I think it's my favorite Beatles album, but it doesn't have any tape in it, but it's kind of neat. I don't know. But, like, I'm wondering if there is going to be a market. Yeah, he was like a DJ, but he was all over the place. But, you know, I feel bad because, like, they just wanted to make money, and isn't that what it's all about? It's like Dr. Joyce Brothers, you know, it's like you just, in the 70s, you're like, come on guys, just like, can you cut down on the number of appearances so we can appreciate you more? How can we miss you if you don't go away? You know, you should have a Wolfman Jack sound-alike contest in your town. Talk to your folks over at the town hall and tell them you're doing a Wolfman Jack sound-alike contest down at the green there. It'll be great. We'll have hot dogs and there'll be a band. The high school band will be playing, of course, and it'll be wonderful. The Historical Society will be out there, hysterical, and everything will be great. So yeah, Wolfman Jack was a DJ, okay, and that means he spun records. Like he literally would throw them in the air. You know, I don't know if you know this about Wolfman Jack. This is a little inside story here, okay? It was about 1973, and he had just done, I think it was Dinah Shore's show, and he was in West Hollywood, California, driving along, whatever the road was, Bahama Mama Drive or whatever the fuck it was, and he got pulled over, and in his car they found mannequins, and it was really awkward because like he couldn't like tell the police officers where the mannequins came from, and then they were like missing a bunch of mannequins at a mall, and they like, you know, they pretty much knew it was him. So this is an awful story about somebody who I don't remember who it was. Okay, so now I remember it was Wolfman Jack. You know, he was not a real wolf. You know, as far as the information that I have from Wikipedia, he was a man. I mean, that's like he was a wolf, but he wasn't a wolf man. That was just his name because he talked like that. Hey, everybody, and it's like, okay, there is somebody who is better at that than I am, and they're appearing nightly at the Wolfman Jack sound-alike contest down at the Green, down at the town hall. There'll be hot dogs and. You know, of course, the high school band will be there, as I said before, and there'll be just a little raffle. There'll be a 50-50, you know, and like 50-50 is like you get it half and they get the other half, you know, and so it's like, I don't know, it doesn't seem fair to me, but, you know, I'm not very good at math, so who knows. Favorite shows as a kid was Space 1999, because, you know, at the time it was like not 1999, and like it's funny because with people who are younger, I think, and I'm not trying to say that I'm old, but I'm just saying that there are people who were born in the 21st century as opposed to those of us born in the 20th century. They could give a fuck about the 20th century. Let's be honest with you. Even my daughter's into history, and there are people who are kids who are into history and stuff like that. But like generally, like people don't give a fuck about 20th century. They're like World War II. That was like in 1997. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. 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 What was I saying? World War II? Yeah, they had two of them. They had 2 World War IIs. Yeah, it was like they called it World War IV. Yeah, it was like squared. It was like 2 squared is 4, and they had 2 of them, so it was 4 squared. Yeah, that's how the game came about. What about World War I? Oh, that's like, they don't start at World War I, they started at World War II. Like their television sets, they all started at Channel 2, right? So there was no Channel 1, as there was no World War I. That never, that trench thing, that was like a game they used to play, and it was a soccer game they played during the Christmas thing, and that's all that was. Okay. This is why I do what I do. I do this for the 20th century. I remember the 20th century, do you? See, like, there's things that you could do in the 20th century that you can't do in the 21st century. And I know those of you who, this is like a time skip episode here. Those of you who are watching this in the future, probably like 5 years from now, maybe 10, 15, give me some time, brother. I got stuff to do. I got records to listen to. But anyway, I forgot what I was going to say again. This show is canceled. So that show, Space 1999, I think I was originally talking about that, but I got sidetracked or off-tracked. Either way, it was off to the side there just a bit. Sidebar? I don't know. Have you ever been to a sidebar? It's like on the side. And it's a bar. You hold on to it, you don't drink it. Space 1999 was really good because in the beginning of it, it had this like British TV like intro thing, and it's the same one that the Muppet Show had, and I love the Muppet Show, so it was like, I love this show because it's the same as the other one. It wasn't the same, but it just had the same thing, whatever. So the next show I was going to talk about was the $6 Million Man. All right, here's my question, and I have a $6 Million Man, but he's like, at this point, he's a $1.98. So what are you going to do? That was a beauty contest at one point, probably about the same time that the $6 Million Man was on the air, and that was by Rip Torn, or Rip Taylor, or was it Dirk Benedict? I don't know who it was, but anyway, there's also a $6 Million Man question I have. It's the $6 million question for the $6 Million Man. Now, he was an agent of some agency, or Oscar Goldman was the, I guess the bureau chief or whatever the fuck he was. He was in charge of $6 Million Man. Whew. Sorry, I'm out of breath. $6 Million Man gets me all out of breath. No, it doesn't. Bionic Woman does. Was she $6 million? Hey, I bet the Bionic Woman was like a lot less than $6 million. They're like, she's a lady. We'll just put in, it's gonna be like $3.75. I don't know, $375 million. Free dollars. And then the Bionic Dog, they were just like, I don't know, we got leftover parts over here, and yeah, sure, I could put one together for you today. And that's how the Bionic Dog came about, which is really sad. Here's the other thing about bionic power. Slow. But it was supposed to be fast. So here you are thinking, it's so fast that it's slow. I get it. It's the 70s, and everyone was high. Anyway, the $6 million man. So he had a contract. Did he have a contract? Hey, Steve, if you ever get in a terrible accident that you think you're going to die, well, you're not going to think too hard because you're going to die. We could use you. We got a new program here. It's sign it up, talk to HR. It's going to be great, fabulous. It'll extend your life. You know, you think you're dead, and then bam, you're bionic. And by the way, we'd like you to, pay for it by doing a couple different jobs for us here and there. I need you to fight Bigfoot if you can. You know, he's pretty big. That's why they call him Bigfoot. And I need you to take international criminals out of the scene and work with Bionic Woman as best you can. I know it's hard to work with a woman in this 1970s. You know, the $6 Million Man episode with Bigfoot, I think was one of the all-time highlights. You know, because Bigfoot was really big back then. Did he have some time to recover? Did they allow him to recover, or are they like, come on, dude? You know, I wonder if Oscar Goldman was calling him in the hospital. How are the bionics? Good? Okay, great. You're walking again? That's wonderful. Have you tried to run on the treadmill? Okay. Yep, that's, good. So that's, you broke a treadmill. That's what we wanted to hear. Anytime can doctor say when you can come back to, work and, pay off the $6 million debt? Yeah, $6 million. Yeah, I know. We told you it was going to be maybe 3 or 4 million, but we'd be sorry. I know that was part of the deal too, was to have you pay us back. But we could negotiate that later. We just want to see if you had a return date. So then the $6 million man goes back to work a little bit earlier than he should have. Coffee and cannabis. It's have you ever had a Berkey Turger? It's a turkey burger, but it's different. It's a Berkey Turger. My channel is 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 my channel. My channel is my channel is okay, my channel. I have a channel. Yeah, it's a channel. It's channel 2 or channel 4, channel 5, channel 6. It's it's the channel. What channel is it? What's my channel? 19. My channel 19. That's on the CB radio. Do you remember the CB radio? If you're old enough to remember the CB radio, then you might not be able to hear me very well. So where was I going with this? Where was I going with this? Oh my God. This is I'm just so stoned. The coffee. So, the Space 1999, as I was saying, the acting is really bad. It's the Star Trek, revival was happening. So I think they were kind of tapping into the whole overacting science fiction thing. I think it was a little bit before Star Wars, yeah, because this is 75, 76, I think. Star Wars was, of course, 77, but they were filming in 76, and they were also filming in England. So, as was the Muppet Show, Yoda is in the second movie, and he was a Muppet. It was operated by Frank Oz, who was a Muppet. And this is the same show that was on TV, and it was called The Muppet Show, and it featured Muppets. And at the time, nobody knew what a Muppet was. I mean, there's probably a racial slur at some point, hey, you fucking Muppet. Hey, the neighborhood's going to Muppets. And then they then they forgot what it meant. And then they said that they invented it. How many times have you said a word and thought, well, I'm clever, I made up a new word, and then you looked online and it's well, it's right there. I'm sorry, you didn't think of something cool. Yeah, it's a show you put on YouTube, dick. Okay, well, I know, but I don't know. That's the problem with the coffee and cannabis, what is it? Chris Clark's Coffee and Cannabis Collective, or whatever. It's, sometimes you're I think I've had too much coffee, not enough pot. And then sometimes you have too much pot, not enough coffee. So either way, have a great day. I'll see you later. No, you won't, because I don't know who you are.